just keep feeling bad because I feel like we'll be gone a lot. It makes me almost want to like give my mom like a key to the place and be like, Ma, like, feel free to come and like take care of this dog and be there for him when we're not.
Here's something. Ready?
What?
Give them 2 dogs.
Yeah.
So then they have a person to play with while we're gone.
It's true.
Yeah. That doesn't help
so
with the
true.
whole like, hey, they might have to go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah,
but
I mean that with that, that's an easy thing. We could like just have a designated spot where we put like fucking pee pads and shit like that.
Oh yeah, my sister did that with her Chihuahua.
And that's what my mom does all the time with like her dogs and shit. What am I gonna do for that? Oh yeah, no, that was it.
That was it.
Sorry, yeah, I'm thinking of like. I thought I was gonna say something, but I just wanted to check something physically.
Are you good?
Yeah, good. So, am I fucking having a weird energy right now? Dude, I got 26
What would you say if I was just like, you good? Yeah. Well, welcome to the Brahman podcast.
Are we recording right now?
Welcome to the podcast.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. That's really funny.
Be good.
I had such weird energy going on inside me at that moment. It's like a freaking like a whirlwind storm of like, ooh, puppy emotions. Like I posted a funny on TikTok.
I'm a funny guy.
Yeah. Oh man, it did come out great though.
Yes.
Speaking of, episode 3. Oh wait, no, 4. This is 4, right?
Yeah, this is 4.
My bad.
Or if we could switch the episodes around and make this 3 and the other one 4.
Well, I already established this is 4, so.
Anyways,
I won't say episode numbers again in the future.
Oh no, it's fine. No, please do it. It keeps me reminded when I edit these.
All right.
And I'm like, what episode are we on?
You'll just cue in when I'm doing it wrong. Don't listen to this idiot. It's actually episode 3.
Oh no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for you to say a random number throughout one of the recordings.
Just badly edit it.
Yeah,
That.
yeah, it's gonna be noticing that. Yeah, this is episode 25.
Yeah. Such a different dialect and tone and everything. Oh my God. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing well. How about you, Kevin?
I'm doing pretty good, and I welcome everybody to the Brahman Podcast. Brahman.
So I actually have a really funny story to tell you very briefly when we start this off.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was at work today, right?
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
And I had to go, hit up the restroom, so I'm walking in. And, like, I noticed that in the urinals that we have, these little, like the rubber pads, well, they used to be blue, but now they're orange. And I took a sniff, fucking creamsicles.
Dude, you got the same ones we got.
I know! Isn't that crazy?
As soon as you said the orange color, I was like, oh, creamsicle, right?
Oh, yeah, I smell, because I don't mind creamsicle, but it's not, like, my favorite, so I was like, oh.
See, I smelled it. I was like, ooh. Felt my nipples getting hard. I still need to get a creamsicle. I can't believe that parking shop didn't have them when I went there that day.
What the fuck?
I know. Still got that strawberry shortcake ice cream bar, though, and that was fantastic.
That was good.
Oh, yeah.
I just recently bought the Reese's Pieces and the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream from there.
How were they?
Oh! The Reese's Pieces I demolished. Fucking demolished, but the other Reese's Peanut Butter Cup one, it's still in there, so if you want to try it.
See, I don't think I'd be down for the Reese's Pieces one, just because I know for the fact I'm not a big fan of like M&M's in my ice cream. I don't like hard shell candies in ice cream.
Is it a texture thing?
I feel like that mixed with like the coldness, because when I'm eating cold ice cream, I expect more smooth than anything.
Yeah,
like more smoothness. Like even when I get that coffee Heath Bar Crunch one I like.
Yeah.
Heath Bar Crunch Bar is typically like a little harder when you eat it, just as a candy bar. But when it's in there, it's actually like not that bad. It's actually got like a real smooth little, just like quick crunch to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like hard little M&Ms though. It's just like I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Like I'm letting that ice cream melt in my mouth, like around my tongue and everything like that. And then the fact that I have to bite down into an M&M, I don't want to have to bite down too hard into anything.
No, I understand. I mean, I'm the opposite because like even if it's soft serve vanilla ice cream, I always chomp on it like an idiot. You're like, what the fuck?
Taking bites out of it like it's a fucking The club sandwich.
And and if it's not my ice cream, I'm eating everyone else's ice cream.
Yeah, like mine at McDonald's that time.
Yeah.
That story is still so funny to me because I'm so used to you just screwing with me. So I ordered ice cream on the cone, which you don't like the cone.
Yeah.
First of all, you don't like the cone, so she hands it off to you because we're both in line, and like you're going to put it in your mouth, and I'm thinking like, and you're messing with me. All of a sudden, just in the mouth. Like, okay, that's what we're doing. And then you didn't realize. You're like, oh, did I just eat your ice cream? And I was like, yeah, you did. I guess I'm taking yours now. That's not on a cone.
Dude, it felt so bad. Like, it's just like, I work so much and I come home and I'm like, my brain's fried.
Oh, yeah. No, I understand.
So I think it was like, I forgot. But at the same time, like, I held it in my hand and I was like, is this Cavin's? And I probably messed it up.
She handed it to you, and you just wanted that sweet ice cream so bad. You were like, your brain completely ignored the fact that it wasn't yours and that it was a cone.
All I can say is intrusive thoughts one.
Oh, man, that is so hilarious. I think about that one all the time. Oh. Hey, so you know what I did recently? Obviously, you know this, but went to that Shaggy Two Dope concert.
Oh yeah, how was it?
That was a great time. A lot of fun. I've been to a lot of concerts in my life. Mm-hmm. This one was cool. Have you been to many concerts in your life?
Oh yeah, like more when I was younger. I guess now, yeah, even as an older like adult, I have, but it's different. Like, when I was younger, I went to like Palladium for like like Attack, or I don't know, Attack. I don't know, like all those kind of bands. And then like I went to Warped Tour, like a few times. I got a funny Warped Tour story, by the way, as well.
All right.
But like as I got older, my like later 20s into my 30s, I started going to like EDM concerts and even festivals, and that's been really fun.
Yeah, most of the concerts I've been to in my life were at the Palladium. Like, I forget what exact number I had counted down, like how many concerts I've been to for as I was going to them when I was younger. I forget how many it is exactly now, but it's got to be at least like 50 or maybe a little more.
Yeah,
I went to the Palladium a lot.
Do you consider it as like your second home?
You know
what I mean?
Yeah. A home I don't really want. No, it's cool. It's funny because there's always been like rumors of the Palladium shutting down.
I feel like it's always going to be a thing. You know
I remember throughout high school, it was always you heard like, "Oh, Palladium's going to shut down." You even see it on like the internet, like being written out. But like, it's still there. They're still doing shows. But yeah, I seen a lot there. I seen Insane Clown Posse, Twisted, Cottonmouth Kings, Tech Nine. I saw Bone Thugs and Harmony there. I seen a lot of cool shows there. Only a few times I've seen a concert outside of the Palladium. I remember one time, me and my brother, we went to see MC Chris in a bar in Boston.
That's my name.
Oh, it is, but you're not him. Okay. You ever heard of MC Chris?
No.
He's pretty fun. He's a very short, very white, nerdy rapper with like a very high pitched voice that like when I first heard him, and I think a lot of people when they first hear him, they think his voice is like edited through a computer, like to sound like it, kind of like auto tune. Yeah. But it's his actual voice. And he's funny. He just nerd raps about a lot of stuff. Like he does a whole song about Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter. And, one of my favorite songs he does is Japanese Maid, where he just raps about having a Japanese maid that cleans his house and he gets to have sex with.
Are you okay? So his name is Chris.
Yeah.
He's short. He's white and he's nerdy.
But his voice is not nearly.
I don't know. I got a high pitched voice. Are you sure you're not talking about this guy?
No, it's not you. Trust me.
All right, that's fine. I can't rap to save my life anyway.
It was funny too because I remember when I went to that show. Oh, I got so drunk at that show.
Yeah.
I remember Rain and I, we went there, we got there a little early, and we went to another bar that was on the same street.
Yeah.
I remember we were chilling at the bar, and they had South Park playing on the TV, and we had, I think, like at least one or two beers there. Mm-hmm. And then we went back to, not in the venue yet, but the funny thing was, my brother had been to this venue before, so he knew what it was like. The little backstage area, or back area where people go out to smoke, is also just the parking lot of the liquor store, like right next door. So what we did was we parked back there and we stashed a bottle of whiskey in there.
Smart.
So we went into the show and we got a few beers and every time we'd go out for a quote unquote smoke break, we'd just be going to his truck and just
pounding.
Yeah, just drinking whiskey. And then we went back in. I remember at one point he got 2 more shots of whiskey like bought inside the place.
Yeah,
but he couldn't find me in the crowd because I was just like walking around. He ended up taking both shots. But we got so fucked up, dude. And I had such a good time, dude. I was like the party guy in the crowd. I got like all the freaking like, you know, the claps going and whatnot.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
like everybody grinding to it. And I was literally the only person that MC Chris slapped hands with from the stage.
Oh, good.
Because I was like right up front banging on the fucking speaker, just like having a great time yelling out all the lyrics. And yeah, he came over and he gave me a dab from the stage. I was the only person he did it to. So I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's really cool. And I remember he has a little, like, you know, at the end of the show, you go over and you get a picture with him and chat with him for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I walked up and he must have known I was hammered drunk. I can kind of still see it in my head. I just went up and just immediately gave him like the biggest hug. He's like, bro hug, dude. So we hug, and I'll have to show you the picture sometime. I still got it, but I had the biggest, dumbest fucking smile on my face when I take the picture with him. I was so happy and I was so shit-faced. I can't believe we drove home that night. I seriously can't. But we made it, dude. You know, when you're young, you do crazy shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely don't do shit like that anymore.
No.
But back then, oh, man, it was fun. It was a good time.
Have you ever been to any of, like, the Warped Tours?
No, I never got into, like, a thing like that.
Yeah.
Never got into, like, a big, like, you know, music tour or, like, festival or anything like that.
Yeah, I have like a pretty crazy story about when I went to Warped Tour one year.
All right.
So it was me and my buddy Justice, and oh god, this was like right around when we met. So we were still like, we were really close, and we were like building that friendship, you know.
Yeah.
And we were going to Warped Tour in Hartford, Connecticut, and so like we show up, and I think, oh god, I don't remember. I must have picked him up. I don't know if we met out there. I don't know. I picked him up and we were carpooling into Hartford, and like we were going to park, and this guy, you know, classic parking attendant, you know, crossing guard gear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was just like, oh yeah, parking here, $30, and I'm like, all right, cool. So we parked there, paid the guy $30, went in, had a good time, fun stuff, all that fun jazz.
I think I know where you're going. I think you told me this story before. We keep going.
Yeah. So like, I mean, it was a great time. Like, we saw this one band. I can't remember the name, but the guy threw his guitar pick, and then like I was able to catch it. Actually, you know what happened was it fell on the ground. Justice put his foot on it, and then I got to hold of my wallet. It's like, yeah, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got a story kind of similar to that. I mean, don't let me forget.
Yeah. So then, so after we're done, we go back. We go to the parking lot, and the parking lot's fucking empty. Yeah. So what happened was this guy just fucking went to a random parking lot and was just like bought crossing guard gear and just was like, yeah, parking's here, $30. Pocketed the money and then immediately went like, hey, these guys are parked here illegally, and got all of our cars towed.
What a smart fucking criminal. I
No
mean, fuck
kidding.
that guy. Fuck him, but goddamn, what a goddamn genius.
Oh, yeah, so, like, and this was before, like, Uber...
He probably got so much money, dude.
He did, yeah. Like, I think at one point, like this was before Uber was huge. This was, like, early 2020, or 2012.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, like, it was, like, me, him, and then a couple of the people that was in the parking lot that parked next to our cars, we just kind of, like, grouped up and then walked from one end of Hartford to the other end just to get our cars from the fucking junkyard or wherever they towed it to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it always got me because it was just like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I took $30 and towed your car, but are you really going to pay enough money to fucking sue me? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But how are they going to find out who you are anyway?
Yeah, so I'm just like, wow, this guy, he fucking got me.
Like, kudos to you son of a bitch. It's funny when you said like you and like a couple other people all just gathered together and walk around. I just imagine you were saying like you somehow found out who the guy was and where he was. You're like, come on, yeah, we all got together. We walked all the way across Hartford to his house and kicked his ass.
Oh yeah, and his brother had a crossing guard outfit, put his on, and was selling his pitchforks and torches.
But then, like, as soon as he sold them all, they all turned to rubber and fucking ran away. Witch doctor.
What is with these guys?
That's great.
Yeah, so moral of the story, be careful where you park when you go places, I guess.
Oh, man, that seriously, I give it up to that guy. That is a fucking smart move because
yeah.
all those people coming in for a concert and like everyone looking for parking, like half those assholes people are just look like people who just might have bought just like a vest and just put it on. Yeah, sure, park here for $10.
Yeah.
Like, that is a fucking sneaky ass move. Good for him.
Yeah, I mean, like if I see a crossing guard, I'm immediately gonna be like, yeah, I'm sure that's where I need to go.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're just looking for a place to park, and you figured, like, who would ever think that somebody's gonna pull that off?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But you mentioned about how like you got a guitar pick from that show. You still have that?
I'm sure if I looked hard enough, it'd probably be around.
You left it on the bus, didn't you?
Probably. I do remember one of my favorite like memories of Warped Tour, and I apologize if there are anyone listening that are like hardcore into like the vegan diets, but like I was strapped for cash way back then. I was just like working the machine shop, as we said prior in the first episode.
You were strapped for cash and starving, and they offered you free vegan food. You're like, no.
And I remember Attack came out with, or not Attack, no, Devil Wears Prada. There we go. That's the name of the band.
I'm sick of hearing about Attack.
No, me too. Me fucking too, dude. That's the only thing that pops in my head. Devil Wears Prada came out with their Zombie EP back in 2011 or 12. One of those times.
Yeah.
And I wanted it so badly, but it was $5, and the only thing I had on me at the time was like $3. So I was like, fuck, how am I going to get money to get this? Round the corner, they had a vegan truck with the videos playing, and they're like, if you want to watch this video, we'll pay you $1. And I watched that shit, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to watch it again. And I was like, I watched it again. Where's my second $1?
Yeah.
And then I got my CD, and I was the happiest fucking camper that day.
and then you immediately went and ate some freaking ribs and hot dogs.
Actually, that was during the time where I didn't eat meat.
You had a time where you didn't eat meat?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was like more vegetarian than anything because I didn't really care for eating meat because like when I was growing up, my mom used to make really, really well done steaks. Oh. And that turned me off to like any kind of meat ever.
Yeah, that destroys me when you do that.
Yeah. So then when I started keto, I started eating like the rare like steaks, and I was like, dude, I've been missing out my whole life.
Dude, nothing like a good bloody steak.
No kidding, dude.
Love
no
it.
kidding.
I wish people would eat me like that when I die.
I think that's what you said, right?
I think I read somewhere that cows like being killed. It's my favorite Simpson line. But anyway,
So what's your story about Warped Tour?
Not about Warped Tour. Surprisingly enough, Twisted was on the Warped Tour a couple years ago.
We see you had a story.
Yeah. I had a story similar to.
Oh, my bad.
You got the guitar pick. I remember many years ago, back in like 2005.
Sorry, I just thought. I was just like you're at a show and someone just throwing like a midget. You're like, I've always wanted one.
That's such a random thought to pop in your head, Christopher. You silly boy. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. I like seeing what happens in your head sometimes. Okay, but back in like 2000, it was like 2005 or 2006. I forget when, but it was back when Twisted would do their Fright Fest shows, and they did them in Worcester for a couple of years, which was essentially their Halloween show.
Okay,
and I was there, and towards the end of the show, they were just like throwing random stuff in the crowd. And Monoxide kicked his shoes off into the crowd.
Oh.
And I managed to get one of them because it's funny. Like it wasn't like I caught it or I even picked it up off the ground. Like some dude came up who was crowd surfing and he just like had it in his hands because he grabbed it off the ground. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's cool. And he was like, yeah, but he didn't realize what he had, and I could see it in his face. I was like, oh, let me get that. And he's like, sure. He just like gave it to me. And I was like, yes! So I have Monoxide's left shoe.
Did you sell it on eBay?
No, I still have it. I years later, back in 2019, when I got to meet them for the first time, I actually had both of them sign it.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so I still have it. I used to always keep my tickets in it when I got tickets for shows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's like a cool little thing to have. And I was like, I got Monoxide shoe, baby.
So, like, when you were younger, were you more of a I'm in the pit or I'm a crowd surfer?
I was depending on who's playing. Like if ICP played, I would typically stay out of the pit only because of the fact that I don't know if you're familiar with how ICP does shows, but
No.
they put on a phenomenal show. They always have a great stage set.
They look like they have a lot of good energy when they do
They
it.
do, but one of their main things, which differentiates them from like almost every other musical artist on the planet, except for maybe Gwar a little bit, they spray Faygo soda all over the crowd. They literally have so many 2-liter bottles of Faygo, like
That's
so
sticky.
many of them, and it's always Diet Cola and Diet Root Beer.
Yeah.
They say they do diet because of the fact that it doesn't have like straight sugar in it. Like they say it doesn't burn your eyes really as bad as like
Okay,
sugar
which
one
makes
would.
sense, yeah.
But it's still sticky, and I have a very like kind of sticky phobia.
Yeah.
I don't like it, so I knew as a freaking young juggalo I had to go in the crowd at least once for it. So I did once, and I didn't get soaked. I definitely got Faygo on me a little bit,
Yeah.
like, a couple of times, and then I hopped back up. I had to experience it once.
Oh, yeah.
But every other time I just like I don't want to get fucking sticky, and it's like. Especially going outside after the show and fucking riding home. Like,
Yeah.
who wants to ride in the car home all fucking sick and shit? You'd have other juggalos who like drove there and they would someone would prepare. They'd bring like an extra pair of clothes in the car and they like
Give me some
change in
baby
the
wipes or something?
change in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I seen many a ball sacks in the fucking parking lot afterwards. Just the people changing real quick. I was like, didn't expect that, but that's smart. Ooh. You should get that looked at, dude. Nah, but other shows like when I was younger, at least like Twisted, Cottonmouth Kings, Tech Nine, all that. I liked being in the bit. I didn't like being in the actual like when they would like open the pit and have the whole like moshing, the moshing thing, like when they'd be running at each other and like hitting each other and like shit like that. It's cool. Like I can see why it's fun for people. And like when I was at the Shaggy show, I was up in the balcony and I was actually watching the pit at one point, and it was like the same group of kids each time doing it. And they looked like they were having a fucking blast.
Oh, nice.
I had a good time watching it. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was really funny. At one point, they started like pulling each other's shirts up and giving each other the wrestling style chops where they they slap the hand on the
I know what a chop is.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
They kick you. And they do the Ric Flair woo, because that's like the famous thing they do when people chop.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious, but it just wasn't me. Just because I was always, I guess I was always nervous of getting knocked down and then getting like trampled on, like that, which is like. Even like I don't know how it is in other shows, but especially as like Juggalo shows. 9 times out of 10, if that happens, they're quick to pick you up.
Oh yeah,
they're quick to like, hold on, and then grab you and pick you up and whatnot. But that always made me nervous. Like I remember one time, even not being in the mosh pit, I was out in the crowd, and the whole crowd was like moving back and forth doing that kind of like wave thing, Yeah. And at one point, like my section of people all fell. We all kind of fell on top of each other, and they picked everybody back up pretty quickly.
Oh, good.
But I had that momentary panic in my head. I was like, oh god, like I don't like this. But I immediately got out of the crowd after that. But yeah, most of the times now I'll just I'll sit back in the balcony and just like watch show. I'll try and get like good video clips of the concert and everything. So I still have a good time.
Yeah, I was more into like crowd surfing when I was younger.
That was something I never did. My buddy Elliot would do that a lot. There was one time I attempted to have somebody lift me up for it, and the guy basically was just like, nah. Like he just lifted up my buddy Elliot. He basically said like, oh, I'm not lifting anybody up anymore. Like I think he was tired of it. I think he was tired of it, and I just be like, no, fatty.
I see what you're saying.
I was like, okay, cool, no problem, and I just never tried again after.
Yeah, no, I've done it. I've surfed. I've also been dropped many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm just like, it hurts in the moment, but you get up and you're like, yeah, whatever.
Dude, there was a girl that crowd surfed at the Shaggy 2 Dope show, and she almost fell directly on her head on the floor.
That
like,
is scary.
At one point, like she got to an opening, and you saw her head go straight from like 90-degree angle right down. But luckily, they all had their hands on her, and they got her. They held.
Oh, good.
They picked her up, and she was fine. She was back in the pit like 2 seconds later. Like she obviously, if anything, she may have grazed her head on the floor. But
right.
I was like, oh my god! As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh.
But I remember like I've only been in the mosh pit like once, and it was just really funny because like I never went into the pit because I'm kind of like skittish around like pain. So I know like people get really rough in there, and I'm like, I don't want to get roughed up.
Yeah, no, I hear
So
that.
yeah, so I remember one day I went with one of my buddies to, I think it was an Our Last Night concert, which I love that concert. Oh my god! And like there was the pit, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? I go in, and I'm like, this is nice. This is great. And then I got socked right in the chin, dude.
Oh.
Like, punched right in the chin. I'm like, okay, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
So I try to get out, and my buddy's standing in front of me, goes, what are you doing? And pushes me right back in, and I'm just like, no!
Hey, whole life flash before your eyes.
Get me the fuck out of here!
To see the slow motion of you, like, you getting pushed back, covering your mouth, and you look at your buddy, you say,
Yeah, exactly. Oh my
like a fucking
God.
horror movie.
So, yeah, I got out of there, and I was just like, dude, what the fuck? But, he didn't know. But,
Yeah, obviously,
yeah.
he's probably something that he's very used to. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's a funny laugh now, and, I guess I wouldn't mind trying it again, but
Yeah.
I need to get out there again,
I can't. I'm 33, and like I'm an overweight 33, so it makes me more like 52. I can't anymore. Oh man, but I've always enjoyed going to concerts. It's been one of my favorite things to do. Another one I went to outside of the Palladium in Worcester was I went and I saw Word in Boston
Yeah.
at the House of Blues. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're like a rap rave group from South Africa.
Yeah, they were in the movie Chappie.
Yes, exactly. Me and my brother were both very into them for a while. For like when their album Tension came out and they got pretty popular, and me and Rain were just both avid listeners to them. And we went out to that show in Boston, me and him together, and it was a really good time. It was a cool concert too because there was like several DJs that went on before that would just do these crazy like hardcore techno beats, and
Yeah.
I remember I fucking it was really funny. At one point we're standing there and I fucking just like ripped ass, and it smelled really bad, but I didn't take the blame for it. I remember Rain just being like, "Oh my god," and I was like, "Yeah, it smells like shit in here, doesn't it?" Which is funny because like I told him eventually afterwards, I was like, "Yeah, that was me," and then he had a similar story of I think it was like he ate something specifically before a show he went to. My brother was a big metal fan. When
okay.
So he went to a lot of like the hardcore like metal shows in Worcester. But he was talking about being at one of the shows, and he was just like, I guess he was just farting constantly the whole time there.
Oh, really?
And like it was getting around. Like people were like, what the fuck? He's like, at one point some guy yells out, "Who fucking shit?" And Ray's just sitting there with a smug look on his face, like,
Dude, I love your brother's energy. Like, I know you were telling me before, which is one of my all-time favorite. I think you said it was a video that you guys did, right?
you can't date my brother, Chris.
Damn, I was trying to go for a trifecta.
What was it?
I was just saying, like, I like how your brother's energy is just so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I remember I think you said you recorded, but when you guys were driving by like a football show.
It was we were driving through Price Chopper.
Oh, Price Chopper. Yeah.
They were having some fucking asshole from like the New England Patriots was going to be there or something like that. So there were people all lined up outside the place waiting to meet him. My brother was like, "Oh, let's do this." So I record it. And he's driving the car, and we go by and rolls out the window and goes, "Double door dies at the end. Stupid idiots."
I thought you said like stupid nerds or something.
Yeah, some fucking nerd. Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah, double door dies at the end. Fucking nerds.
That gets me, because to me that joke has so many layers, but to you it's probably just like, yeah, it's just something my brother would say.
I just wish I could like know what the reaction of people were. Like, what the fuck was that?
That one person in the crowd. Damn it!
Yeah, he's like reading.
I'm just about to get some party.
Right in the middle of reading that book. Son of a bitch! Oh my god, that's too funny.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a great time. You ever see back to concerts? You ever see anything really crazy happen at a show? Like I know for example, for me, like one of the things I always remember is every time we'd go to a show, it would always be like me and my certain group of buddies, like Elliot, Nick, maybe some other people occasionally sometimes. We go there, and then at the end of the show, it would always be the same thing. We'd wait and all meet up out front after, because we 9 times out of 10 we wouldn't stick together the whole time. We'd be like, spread out through the show, like maybe catch each other in the pit or in merch booth, something like that. But we'd all meet up at the front, and it was Cottonmouth King's show. I remember, which is like they're like a West Coast hip hop group.
Yeah.
I'm standing out front, and I remember it's me and this kid, Andy, that we were friends with. And we're waiting for them to come out. I don't know what happened beforehand, but when we got out there was a fucking police paddy wagon right in the front.
Yeah.
And they were just like, one by one, throwing motherfuckers in the back of that.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was like witnessing like people like, like fans like talk shit or do something where they would like, all of a sudden, boom, handcuffed and fucking thrown in the back of this paddy wagon like fucking like a reverse clown car, dude.
Yeah.
It was nuts, dude. I'm standing there. And I remember I got kind of fucking annoyed and pissed at one point because there was this one dude who he's like walking by. He's saying something to one of his buddies that's getting thrown in the back, saying something to him while he's on the phone. And as he's walking away, he just yells, "Fuck the police," that or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, whatever. Obviously, you just do that. Nothing's gonna happen, right? All of a sudden, I see fucking one of the cops come up, grab him from behind, like rip him over to the side. And the guy's got his phone in his back hand still, and the cop fucking straight up slaps it out of his hand and just smacks on the street.
Jeez.
That annoyed me because I was like, dude, that's someone's fucking property, man.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing that for?
Yeah. I remember.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I remember I'm saying that shit to Andy, and Andy's like, hey, don't say anything though. It's like, obviously, I'm not trying to get fucking arrested either.
Yeah.
But I was like, God damn it, dude. Like, it was crazy. Like, I literally saw them. There were like 15 people in the back of this paddy wagon in the front of the concert. I was like, holy shit, dude. I wonder what originally happened to me.
Hey, Cavin.
What's up?
Tell me, how many times has this happened to you? You wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, and you just want to go to bed, but that dang demon in the corner is just speaking backwards in Latin or something, and you just can't fall asleep.
Dude, all the time. I wake up at least like 3 or 4 times a night, and I see that demon in the corner of the room just taunting me. I wish I could get a better view of him, but people always tell me, Cavin, night lights are for babies.
Well, you know what? I've got the perfect thing for you. The light box made by Figs Figmentations.
Light box? What's that?
It is this box made from wood with designs on the sides and the top. When illuminated by a light, it will then make the pattern and also illuminate your room.
Ooh, that sounds really nice.
Oh yeah.
What kind of patterns they got?
They've got winter pattern.
Ooh, I see also that they have snowflake pattern.
Yeah, and you know what? My personal favorite is the forest one.
The forest one does look like it'd be real nice.
Oh yeah, nice in a green light,
But you know what? I think what's really going to scare my demon away is the donut box.
Oh, I think so too.
I'm going to be like, be gone, demon! Fear my donut box with its sprinkles of doom.
These light boxes are made here in America by Tristan Newton. Every box is made with care and attention to detail with the highest quality of craftsmanship. And you can find this product on Etsy and on figsfigmentationsllc.com, and you can also follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter.
Seems like you can get it just about anywhere.
Pretty much, it's very accessible. And if you go right now to purchase your light box, you can use a 10% off promo code BRAMAN, BRAMAN, to get yours at a cheaper price.
Ooh, so if I just use the promo code BRAMAN at checkout, I can get 10% off?
10% to get rid of that pesky demon.
Oh, that is a steal. Such a cheap price to pay to get rid of that goddamn demon.
No kidding. And then you'll wake up in the middle of the night, and instead of going right to sleep, you'll just say, "Be gone, demon!"
And he'll flutter away like the little pussy he is.
Yeah, I think that donut light box is going to work for you.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to make sure to use that promo code, BRAMAN, BRAMAN, at checkout for 10% off.
Exactly. Well, check it out now. Figs Figmentation, everyone.
Get yours today. Hello, all parents out there in the Webster, Dudley, Southbridge, Worcester County general area of Massachusetts. You looking for something fun to do with your kids this Halloween time? Well, October 29th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the TSKK in Webster. That's the TSKK Club in Webster, 21 Harris Street, Webster, Mass. DJ Blink is going to be running a free kids Halloween costume party. That's right, a free kids Halloween costume party. Come on down. There's plenty of fun games to play, candy, pizza, and DJ Blink will be spinning those records with all kinds of fun Halloween-themed songs for the kids. Again, that is October 29th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Free kids Halloween costume party hosted by DJ Blink at the TSKK in Webster, Massachusetts. 21 Harris Street, Webster, Mass. Come on down and have a good time with the kids.
The most recent crazy thing that I can think of happening was pretty recently. For my 30th, I went to Electric Forest.
Yep.
And we went to,
I remember you tried to pass that off as being in the woods in the past podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're camping. I bonded with a wolf.
I bonded with the Electric Wolf.
Oh, yeah. His name's Tracy, dude.
We're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, in X, formerly Twitter.
Yeah. Go ahead. What do you say?
So, we went, it was like the first night we're partying and stuff like that. And then the next day, my buddies go out to get some ice for our coolers and stuff. And they come back, and then there's just this random chick with them. And I was like, okay. And I was thinking, they probably picked someone up. Nice. Good for them, But then it turns out what happened was it was this person was from a Chinese study abroad student in America.
Okay.
And she was
kind of like a foreign exchange student?
Yeah, but for a college.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was with her college friends to this event, and they got pretty, drunk and stuff.
Naturally.
Yeah, and she was just reacting to it very harshly, and one of her college person people went to grab her by the shoulder, be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
And she thought they were just trying to do something with her maliciously, so she ran, and then somehow she ran away from the festival, ended up at a hospital. The cops tried talking to her, but she doesn't really know good English. So then what happens, the cops didn't know what to do with her, so they just dropped her off at a gas station, which so happened to be the gas station my friends were going to get ice, and she saw my friend Thomas.
So wait, so she wasn't even at this concert or anything originally?
She was originally.
Okay.
She ran away because she was afraid of something.
Oh, right, yeah.
So then she saw my friend Thomas, and he's Chinese, so she immediately was like, oh, this guy might understand if I speak some Mandarin, and then talked to him. She explained as much as she could to him, and he was like, if you want to chill with us, that's totally fine until we figure out what to do. But I remember she was just there, and I'm knowing all that, damn, I really hope she's okay. She ended up being fine though.
Yeah. It's driving me crazy. You got this little white spot in your eyebrow.
Oh,
right,
yep.
Yeah, right. No, other one.
Yeah, that
other
one.
side.
Yeah, that one.
There you go. All right, it's gone. That's wild though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing you ran into your buddy. And he
Yeah.
And he knew. Is he fluent in Mandarin, or a little?
He knows a little bit.
Yeah.
He knows enough to have a conversation.
Yeah. Oh man, that's nuts.
Yeah. There's a lot more to it. I guess she ended up getting a hotel room.
Yeah.
And then she freaked out, and the cops came for her again. But for the last time I heard from her, she was with her college friends again, and she was back to her college.
The cops just duct taped her to a door with a 2 China thing strapped to her, and they just put her in the ocean.
Might as well have. I mean, they didn't really do much to help her out.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't speak that. I'm going to send you the gas station, figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. Yeah, I don't understand you, so I'm going to dump you at this gas station.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up, dude. Oh, my God. That is so insane. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed my time at a lot of concerts. I haven't seen too many crazy bad things happen. That was
That's good.
That was the main thing, really. But I've always enjoyed going to shows. It's always been a fun time for me.
Yeah, I don't mind going. I would like to go more, but I'm just like so focused on like other things.
And I've gotten to perform a couple of shows.
Oh yeah.
I used to rap with my buddies back in the day. We actually got to perform once at the Palladium, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it all turned full circle really, because I was rapping with a bunch of dudes, like a bunch of my high school buddies and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then we performed at little places, little spots in like Southbridge, Worcester, various shows like that. And then we got an opportunity to open up for R.A. the Rugged Man, who he's not like a super popular rapper, but he's pretty well known.
Yeah.
We got to open up for him once in Providence, and then he was playing again at the Palladium, and we got to open up there. Ooh. Which is actually kind of a crazy story what happened there. I ended up fucking getting really sick that night.
Is that right?
Yeah. Luckily, what happened was we went and we opened up, so we were the first act. It was just the way me and my boys always rapped. There was always like a handful of us. We were like a white boy Wu-Tang kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
And this night it just happened to be three of us. It was me, Nick, and Jake. So we're performing on stage, and then we finish up, and we were driving Nick's mom's car.
Yeah.
And then it started to snow a little bit, and Nick's mom texted him. She's like, "Hey, I don't want you guys driving it in the snow. If it really starts snowing, I'd feel a lot better if you guys just came home now."
Yeah.
So Nick was like, all right, we'll head home now. Thank God we did. About like halfway home, like on the highway, my stomach started to feel gross. I started to feel a turn. I was like, ooh, I feel weird. I was just thinking like, maybe I had to go to the bathroom or something like that. But
right.
Finally, we got home, and we got to my house. Dropped me off at my house. I got out, didn't even make it inside. I just leaned up against the side of the house and I threw up all over the ground. Yeah, I ended up being sick for like a week, coming out both ends.
Jeez.
Just constantly throwing up and shitting. And it sucks when you're constantly throwing up like that, because obviously you only have so much stomach content. You get to the point where you're just dry heaving.
Oh, dude, that is the fucking worst. Like, I hate throwing up for that reason.
Yeah, that's why I'll always make sure, like, if I get sick or something like that, where I know I'm going to be puking for a while, I make sure, like, if I don't get it myself, I get somebody else to get me popsicles.
Really? Why's that?
Because, like, basically I'll just, like, eat popsicles, and then they'll put something in my stomach, and as gross as it sounds, it tastes better coming up when you have, like, a fruity popsicle, like,
that's a pretty
stomach
good
content.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. So it'll be like, okay, I just threw up, it sucks, but it tasted like grape and blueberry, so that was cool.
I know this is kind of a gross question, but are you more of like a vocal puker or like a silent?
I'd probably say vocal. Like, you definitely hear me, and especially in between, like, throw-ups, I'm just like, ugh, like, spitting and, like, fuck. It sucks.
Oh, no, I'm
like, I've only thrown up twice since we've been here, and it was, like, middle of the night, so you were already, like, asleep, so you didn't hear me or anything.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just, like, because sometimes they'll just be like, I'll get into a coughing fit in the middle of the night, and if I cough too hard, it's like it just triggers my stomach into that motion of like, hey, we're gonna throw up. And like, if I try really hard, I can ignore it and get it to go away. It takes a little while, but then there'll be sometimes where it's just like, nope, I have to just go do it. Yeah. And it's like, it won't even be like a full puke. It'll be like a little bit of one, but it's just like my body's just like in the motions. It's like,
yeah,
we're doing this.
There's no turning back now.
Yeah, it's the worst when you get that little bit of puke where it's just like only the bile that comes up your throat, because then it's like you can't get rid of that taste no matter how hard you try. It's like you gotta just like wait it out. You ever had that happen? You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
You get like a little. It's like it mostly happens like in your sleep. You get like a little bit of bile come up the throat. It's just like,
oh yeah, like I've done it, felt it before for sure.
Yeah. And then like you can taste that in your mouth for like hours.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks.
No, I definitely like once I throw up, man, that's it. I'm not eating really anything. I'm just like, that's ruined it for me.
But I basically figured out what it was. It basically pretty positive I got food poisoning, because I ate from Price Chopper that day from their food court.
Ooh, I got bad decisions.
I mean, I did it all the time before because I was working there, obviously. So it's like, it was no big deal to me. But like that day, I got like it was like a chicken, mashed potatoes, and macaroni and cheese, like a little platter thing. And I ate that before we went, and then it just must have been what it was because like that was the only thing I ate that day, and I was sick for like a week. Like I said, a week. I just felt like awful. I was bedridden. I remember even the first day going back to the work, just still having the shakes from it. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I haven't gotten food poisoning, knock on wood, but I hear it's just not a really fun experience.
No, it's not that fun.
No.
Have you gotten to the point in Sopranos where Tony got food poisoning?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think like the chef from the restaurant comes over.
Yeah.
And he's just like, blaming him. He's like, "It wasn't me, Tony."
Yeah, because Tony ate there, so naturally he thinks it was him, and he takes it real to heart because he's like a real like chef.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a good one. I just remember AJ being like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" When he has his dad like shitting. Oh my god,
that show's getting really good. I've gotten to what was the last thing I remember? It was season 3. It's God, I think Meadow just broke up or was broken up by her first boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the last thing I can remember.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, like, I think it's the last season or it's either season 6 or season 5. Feel positive season 6. Just wait till you see what happens when, like, some dude addresses Meadow in a restaurant and he's a little gross about it, and then she lets her dad know about it.
Oh shit! I cannot
wait till you see that. The one scene where I was watching with my dad had to look away.
Oh, I think you're. Yeah.
Oh man, it's good. I'll tell you, the guy's name's Coco.
Coco, I'll keep that in mind.
Oh man, I every time I look at like Sopranos or Tony Soprano on TikTok, that scene ends up coming up, or at least like the warm up to that scene showing happens. It's just I remember it like, oh man, what a fucking time.
Well, it's just so funny because like now that I'm watching Sopranos, I feel like it's kind of taken over my life a little bit.
Yeah.
To the point where like last week my coworker was ordering Jimmy John's and she was like, "Hey, do you want something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Bought the sandwich. She's like, "Can you Venmo me?" And the Venmo was like Gabagool from The Sopranos, or bada bing Joey.
Woke up this morning, grabbed some gabagool,
and then I grabbed some more gabagool.
Oh my god, that's too funny. I've never had gabagool.
Me either.
I feel like it's a select meat that you can only get from mobsters.
Well, it's funny because like apparently there's a different name for it, but it transitioned to the name Gabagool.
Okay.
In New Jersey, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because it was like, oh, why do they call it Gabagool when it's really insert meat here?
When it's really turkey.
Yeah. When it's really human flesh.
Oh my god. Tony just feasting over like some open guy's like intestines on the table.
Funny thing, when Tony in the season 3 of The Sopranos, I gotta backtrack, make sure I'm saying the right thing.
Okay.
When like Tony comes into the office and he sees the singing fish, and then it like turns its head, and he's like, dude, that fucking got me.
Yeah,
that made me laugh
so
hard.
Because it reminds me of the dream of Pussy talking as the fish, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, and he flips out on that guy for putting it in there. Dude, he gives that fucking bartender or whatever the fuck he is such shit throughout the show, dude.
Dude, the guy got hit like the episode before with like a flail or something from that. How about
when he's trying to use trying to figure out the phone. He's trying to figure out like and Tony just gets so pissed he starts kicking the shit out of him. Oh man, the fucking bada bing bounce freaking bartender there.
I fucking love it. Bada bing, Joey.
Yeah. Has that one dude shown up yet? God, I can't remember his name. He's got kind of like short blonde hair. He's a real prick.
Is it the one that's like parted in the middle?
Yeah.
I fucking hate that guy.
Dude, he is such a
That's the guy who hit him with the flail.
Yeah.
He just recently kicked the shit out of one of the strippers there because she was pregnant with his kid, and she was like, "Oh, do you feel like a man?"
He killed her, right?
Yeah, killed her.
Dude,
and Tony wanted to kick the shit out of her.
Dude, like I felt so hard for that chick when I saw that scene.
Yeah,
I was like, and the way he reacts about it. He just like
it was nothing to him.
She's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was more. I wouldn't say surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised. I guess you could put it that like Tony took that to heart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you find out throughout the series, Tony has real heart for animals too.
Oh yeah. Well,
He's
I mean, the ducks.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's just the start of it, but he has a real heart for animals.
Yeah.
You know? I won't spoil anything, but you'll see it throughout the series.
Yeah, I might put.
I hate that fucking prick though. Like,
me too.
You know what else he's from? He's from great actor. Like obviously, great actor. If you can make me hate you a lot in the show,
yeah,
you're a good actor. He was from The Matrix. He was that bald dude. The dude who kind of goes against everybody at the end. You know, he's got that scene where he's talking about. Was he in the stake? He's like, I know this isn't real. But ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
That's him.
God, he's got such a punchable face, man.
Yeah, dude.
No. Does he get killed off?
You'll find out.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil it for you.
All right.
They didn't get the horse yet, did they?
No.
All right, that'll be a scene that's coming up.
Yeah.
Tony and him both kind of like... They go in. I don't know if they buy the horse necessarily. I forget, but they do get a race horse that they're like betting their money on and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut this part out. Ooh. I'm gonna put a little insert in the beginning before going to be like a quick spoiler warning if people haven't seen Sopranos.
I mean, Sopranos has been out forever.
Okay, never mind.
It's not a huge spoiler.
Okay.
It's really not. It's just them getting a horse. The fact that like. He kills a girl. Like it's not. A big
we're not. Yeah, we're not spoiling the overall plot.
Yeah. No, but yeah. Once you get the horse, and you'll start seeing more happen there. And, oh man.
Okay.
You see, did they have the scene yet where Junior fucks up using the blender?
Yes.
Yeah. He gets to put the top on. He's like, motherfucker.
He's like, and Tony comes and he's like, where the fuck's the guy? He's like, oh, he's down the street getting some, like, food. Comes back, goes, how many fucking White Castles have you eaten? He's like, none. Oh, don't bullshit me. I can smell it on you.
Yeah. Oh. How about with Bobby? Did you see the scene where Tony's with Uncle June in the fucking house, and Bobby walks in. He's got all the hunting clothes on. I forget where that is. I forget if it's later on in the season or not.
No, I don't think I've seen
that. I seen it on TikTok today. It's so funny. It's such a random quick clip. It's just like Tony and Uncle June. All of a sudden, Bobby comes walking in. He just went like hunting, so he's got all this hunting gear on, and Tony just starts fucking cracking up, laughing at him. He really kills over laughing, and Bobby's just like, "Fuck this," and walks away.
Dude, I just saw the scene we were talking about the other day where, like, it's the two big guys, and they're like, hey, it's the Slim Fast commercial. This was before and even more before.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah, before, and way the fuck before.
Yeah.
Fucking Paulie. I love Paulie, dude. He is so fucking funny.
I'm starting to learn he's kind of a weird bastard, too.
Paulie, yeah. He's a character, but he's like... He's a real wise guy.
Oh, I like Paulie, yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love his fucking hair, man. That those grays on the side just slip back and the pepper on top, man. It's just that real wise guy look to him.
He was in a mob on the mob, right? He was in the mob, right?
Yeah, he had like crime history. He'd been to jail before and stuff. And,
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the extent is. Rest in peace. He just passed away like 2 years ago.
Oh, jeez. It sounds like everyone's dropping from that show.
Yeah, well, I mean, the show, think about it. The show came back out in like 2000.
Right.
Yeah. Man, early 2000s. It was like one of the first big shows.
What was it? Who's the other guy that's like, every time they try to take me?
Silvio.
Dude, I love Sylvian because he always has that fucking face.
Yeah, Silvio. Every time they try to take me out,
they pull me back in.
Or every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. Yeah.
No.
He's
funny.
great.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I knew him before
Sopranos.
Before I watched The Sopranos, because there was a show on not HBO, on Netflix called Lilyhammer, where like he played like a mobster in New York who went into a witness protection program.
Yeah.
And he goes to Lillehammer, which is in like Norway, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so somewhere like that. He basically starts doing like his like mob criminal stuff out there.
Yeah.
It's a pretty funny show. It's pretty good. I think it ended up getting canceled after so many like 3 seasons or something like that.
Damn.
But I enjoyed it. But yeah, I knew him from that. And apparently he's part of Bruce Springsteen's band.
What?
Yeah, it's like Bruce. I'm pretty sure it's Bruce Springsteen's band. He's probably like some singer's band where he actually goes on tours with them and everything like that. And it's wild. Yeah, he's great. Like there's one point, without giving away too much, there's one point in the show where he needs to like kind of take over Tony's position. For a little bit.
Yep.
And dude, this. He's so good with it, and there's one really fucking funny scene where he's in the bathroom, and like he's in the stall, and it's like Paulie and someone else talking on the outside, and they're like, talking business. And he just freaks out from the bathroom. He's like, "Hey, what are we doing here?" Dude, it's so good.
It's actually funny.
Steven Van Zandt is his name, and
yeah. Sylvia.
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band. He's part of it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's the only one of those main 3 that's still alive.
Oh, good for him. You know.
Yep.
Well, it's funny too because one thing you and I have joked about all the time because we watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But Junior and his little buddy there looks just like fucking
it's
Jeff and God, what's his
name?
Larry, thank you.
Yeah, I saw my dad about that the other day. It was like, Chris pointed out the funny thing that June and Bobby look like freaking Larry David and Jeff
from Curb. So fucking funny.
It is kind of funny. It is pretty similar. I'd love to see like Larry and Jeff act out in one of those scenes. I think that'd be great.
Can you imagine if he was actually Junior though, like Larry as himself was just Junior?
Oh, that'd
be so fucking hilarious.
Your sister's cunt. Fucking dude, how about that episode of Curb we watched the other day? One of the best episodes. With going to the baseball game.
Oh, dude, that was so funny.
He picks up the prostitute so he can get in the carpool lane. And fucking has the weed in his jacket for his fucking dad, and fucking Funkhauser gets busted with it because he's wearing it.
And at the very end, his dad puts on the glasses. Oh, would you get that? It's a stripper.
Yeah, exactly. Because he gets the weed for his dad for his glaucoma.
Yeah.
and the prostitute ends up coming up with Larry because she has weed and they're all smoking. He's like, yeah, because it's just him and Larry. At one point, she got up to like, he's saying like, my eyes are so much better. He's like, I can see everything's just fine. And finally, the girl comes in after they'd been joking around and smoking and fucking around for so long. He's like, it's a hooker.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and the fact that Larry was in the bathroom having a fucking argument with himself, that was filmed so great. I was dying, dude.
That was really funny. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The high argument with himself. I think that was a longer episode, too. I feel like that episode was longer than, like, most of the episodes usually are.
Can we watch the episode again? Because that was a really good one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, it's such a good one. The fact he's, like, arguing with Funkhauser because, like, Funkhauser wants to have the seat in memory of his dad.
Your dad's gone.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's like, yeah, see, can I take it? He's like, yeah, it's my dad's seat. Murray, your dad's dead. Just so, like, nonchalant. He's such an asshole. When they get kicked out of the fucking, when they get kicked out of the club, and Susie's yelling at him about it, and then she brings his wife in, and she's talking about like, oh, I'm one of the best tennis players there.
He's not that good.
Yeah, that good.
Yeah. Or like the time, like in earlier season when Richard Lewis is just like, well, I know you normally freak out, so and then
don't act the way you normally do about these things. You know the way you are. You're just sitting there with that smug look on his face,
just like waiting, fucking prepared. Just know he's gonna say something stupid.
Oh, it's such a great show, man.
Man, yeah, we gotta get through that.
Yeah, where we at with time right now?
53 minutes. We got time.
53 minutes? All right.
We got time. We got like 10, 15 minutes.
Couple more minutes left, yeah. Oh, man. We had a crazy day at work. Not to cut you off from your story.
Oh, you're good.
Crazy day at work. It's so funny because like the days that you think are bad end up being the better days. Because like we were short staffed.
Okay.
I had to actually ink all day, it was inking at Central One, so it was barely inking. It was more just me watching the machine, so I could like get up and like go around and do other stuff if I needed to.
Yeah.
But we hit numbers on everything. We hit our inking, shipping, and freaking inspection numbers, which is like most nights we don't hit at least 1, 2, or even all 3 of them. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm saying to James the other night, like, we hit all our numbers. He's like, what the fuck? How do we do that? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm taking it.
No, it was funny today. Today was one of the I wouldn't say rare times, but I have the ability to work from home. It's just that I don't like to abuse that. I like to be like, oh, I need to work from home for this specific reason, so I'm going to do it. Instead of like constantly being like, I'm going to work from home all this time, and then I don't get it when I need it.
Yeah.
So like today was a good time for me to work from home when my car's being worked on. And
why do you need to work from home, Chris? We got some cheese that's going bad. I need to eat it.
Yeah, it's really important. It's gorgonzola, prosciutto, fucking mozzarella.
There you go.
Fucking spaghetti.
All right, continue with your story, please. Spaghetti wasn't a cheese, by the way. That's a pasta.
No, if you try hard enough, it's a cheese.
Doesn't make sense.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
So, at one point, someone in the company requested badge access for a certain amount of people. And the website that I use to run these reports is extremely slow. So it was very nice for like an hour to be like, okay, running the report, and then like for like 15 minutes I just kind of look around, and then I just pull out my phone and I start like playing a game, and I don't want to like do anything else for work because I don't want to interrupt that process. So then like once it's done, I'm just like, yeah, and I'm level 57 on my fucking game. Hell yeah.
There you go.
That's security in a nutshell.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds like not too bad of a day.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Went to pick up my car, had a meeting. It was just a really chill day, and that's what I needed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, for lunch today I got some buffalo wings from Jimmy's.
Why do you go to Jimmy's?
It's right there.
It's so shitty.
It's right. Their pizza is shitty.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
but like all their other food is passable.
All right, I apologize. I don't mean to talk smack,
They do have bad pizza. I think they have the worst pizza in town. I think they need to improve on it.
Yeah.
But their other food's pretty good, and they have those cheap mozzarella sticks too, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I got some buffalo tenders, and I'm eating them at lunch. And I'm fucking like sweating, not like profusely sweating eating them, but getting a little bit of a sweat eating them, and like both sweat drips are coming from like both sides of my eyes. So I'm just sitting there, it like looks like I'm just crying while I'm eating these buffalo tenders.
Hey, Cavin, are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, I just really like this food, man.
I went to CVS today to get some shower gel. I was showing you before we started recording.
How'd you get there with your no car?
Once I picked up my car, I went to go pick it up on my way home.
Oh, okay. When'd you pick up your car?
Around like 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
Which was funny because for a while I didn't think my car was
Then why did I still get the milk? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding.
But yeah, so like at one point I didn't think I was going to get the car in time for today.
Yeah.
So at one point I'm just sitting there, I'm like, God, I really want that fucking shower gel. I don't know how I'm going to get it. I might have to steal Cavin's bike.
when I get home.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking this. Where you going? Don't worry about it. So, like, I'm in line with the shower gel, ready to check out. And it's just so funny because, like, I open it up and I'm smelling it. And I love smelling things. So I smelled it and I was like, this is fucking good. And I'm, like, smelling it. I'm really smelling it. The whole time, the cashier is just waiting for me to stop being, like, so obsessed with this shower gel. She's, like, waiting. And then the minute I look up and we make eye contact, she's just like, we can check you out here. And I'm just like, jeez, I'm sorry, man. I'm just smelling some shower gel.
Hey, weirdo, get over here.
Hey, asshole. Right here.
It's just Rhea Perlman's character from Cheers. Hey, idiot, come on.
Oh, my God.
I thought that was so funny the other day when I was watching Cheers out here, and then you brought me in and showed me that. What was that show?
It's a sequel show to Adventure Time called Fiona and Cake that's on Max.
Yeah, she was just like cycling through all the channels and every time it was like, Cheers is filmed in front of the live. Cheers is filmed in front of
Oh, dude, which is even funnier because the second episode after that, like, has one of the characters from Adventure Time, but it's like he's living a very miserable life, and he wakes up to the sound of the same fucking Cheers theme. So I'm like, wow, that's funny. That's funny.
Cheers is a great show. I've been enjoying watching it. It's so funny because, like, Ted Danson is the guy who stars in it. Yeah. And I've known him first from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah. So it's just, I don't know, it's just funny. I see young Ted Danson there, and then it makes me think of older, gray-haired Ted Danson who fights with Larry constantly in Curb. The shirt episode. We watched that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, where like it gets ripped.
Yeah. Like his daughter actually knocks Larry's freaking teeth out at the freaking kids' party because he's swinging for the pinata. My shirt! My shirt! He's so upset about the shirt.
Dude, Larry is such a lovable bastard. I know. I wish he was a real person. Where like Larry is a real person, but he's playing a character. You know what I mean?
Dude, he did something on a talk show a while ago, which is like the exact same thing I would have done. He was on like a late night show, like a late night with like Conan or Jimmy Fallon, you know, some shit like that. Yeah. Hopefully it was Conan because he's the only good late night guy. Yeah. But anyway, he's out there, and all of a sudden, you know, they'll do the show, they'll bring out the guests, and then usually they'll still sit out there when they bring out other people and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, they bring out like a person who's like, you know, one of the zoo people who has animals, and he's bringing out like some animal. Right away, he gets somebody starts walking away. There we go. He's like, I'm good. I'm out of here. Dude, I'd be the same fucking way. It's like, I don't fuck with wild animals. I don't care if the zookeeper's there with the animal. I'm done. I don't need this. I don't need this thing going crazy and attacking me for any reason.
I know you don't watch Smosh, but there's someone on the Smosh second channel.
You make it sound like I hate Smosh.
No. It's just
I watch it when you show me.
Yeah. Well, I know you don't watch it. Like
I'm just fucking with you. Oh. Go ahead.
There's a guy on there named Shane, and it's just really funny.
The blonde dude, right?
Yeah.
He's the funniest guy on there.
Oh, yeah. It's just so funny because I thought he was joking at first, but he's serious. Like, he goes, yeah, dude, if anyone brings a live fucking chimpanzee on this set, I swear to God, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I'd be the same way. Fuck that. Out of there. I don't fuck with live animals, especially chimpanzees. They're fucking insane, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care how trained that thing is. That thing was supposedly trained in okay when it ripped that fucking woman's face off.
Jane Goodall?
Not Jane Goodall. No. You don't know the story I'm talking about?
No, I just didn't know if it was Jane.
No, it wasn't Jane.
Okay.
Are you familiar at all with the story I'm talking about? I'll talk about it if you don't know.
Yeah, no, please go ahead.
Basically, it was like this woman, and I think it was like a woman and her husband, that they owned a... Is that glass broken or something?
No, there's a lot of condensation on the bottom.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like a lot.
Look at that puddle right there.
Yeah. Anyway. Fair amount of money for mine, too. Anywho, instead of talking about stuff that people can't see on an audio podcast, it's like this woman and I believe a husband, and they own like a chimpanzee, and it was like a Hollywood monkey. It did various commercials.
Oh, like a Bobo, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Various commercials and stuff like that and all that. And I don't know if it still was or whatnot, but they had it still, and the woman had her friend come over. Apparently this woman had been feeding the fucking chimpanzee Xanax.
Why the fuck?
Don't know exactly why.
I
think there was some reason why she was doing it, but she was feeding fucking Xanax at the time, which could have added to this situation happening. But basically, like, the girl had her friend come over, and they had the chimpanzee out of it, and I don't know what triggered it, what caused it, but the chimp went fucking nuts and started attacking the woman, literally, like, ripping bits of her fucking face off and biting her and biting the fingers off. And you can hear the woman's, like, 911 call online if you look it up. She's, like, saying, like, my chimpanzee's, like, killing my girl. It's ripping her apart, like, killing her, like...
Oh my God.
And the cops showed up, and like I picked up some of the fucking stories that the cops talked about when they showed up there and seeing it. It was like a fucking shit straight up like a horror movie, dude. And like they had to fucking shoot it and kill it, and I think at one point he got into a police fucking car and was like, holy
just shit. Fucking took it around for a spin.
Makes me think of that fucking Jumanji scene with the fucking the two monkeys in the goddamn police car.
With the shotgun?
Yeah. But oh my god, like yeah, dude, like they're fucking insanely strong, and they can go fucking nuts like that.
I
dude.
guarantee you, it has something to do with the Xanax.
Probably,
you.
yeah, but even so, a wild animal you can never truly fully tame a fucking wild animal.
Yeah, well, they're not meant to be fully domesticated. That's the thing.
It's like there's so many people who have like those domesticated fucking like exotic animals, and they're like, oh, they're fine, they're totally alright. It's like, yeah, until they're not.
Yeah, I got a domesticated gopher. He does know how to use my 12-gauge shotgun, but I don't think that's really much of an issue to worry about.
No, you're totally fine.
Oh, yeah, no, I think I'll be fine. So.
Oh, it's funny. Speaking of gophers, I remember we used to have a gopher quote-unquote problem in the yard at Gentex.
Oh, is that right?
Because there's a little like yard out in the break area, and back when I first started there would occasionally be like these fucking gophers that were out there. They'd fucking be walking around like just being dopes. I remember seeing one of them fucking like hustle and run and just like tackle another one. It was pretty
oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. We were joking around with my buddy Ryan one day. We were coming out, and I was about to say like, you know, oh, we get somebody out here like training them to do like, you know, tricks and like that. So I did it, but then like as soon as I said train, like Ryan just like took off and he's like, "Oh, train to be inspectors." And then it just got to the image of like them in little lab coats inside the fucking Gentex, like looking at the lenses and sending them through. And like if they're bad, they just take a bite out of it and then they throw it to the side.
One falls over and you're like, that's adorable, and it's just like, you failed the inspection.
Get back to work.
Oh. Okay.
It's like the Simpsons scene where they're going through all the work violations with Mr. Burns, and he's talking about like, what about that Brazilian soccer team you had working here? He's like, that plane crashed on my property. And all of a sudden they see like a duck walking by. It's like pulling a little wagon with like a plutonium thing in it. And he's like, "Get back to work, Stuart." Like, and fucking walks off. Dude, so funny. So fucking funny, dude. Oh man.
So it looks like we're coming up on time, about hour 5. I'm going to
5?
start wrapping this up.
Yeah, I'd say it's about wrap-up time. That's a good one. Nice podcast. Definitely got a bit into the concert talk. Mm-hmm. Makes me want to go to another one now.
Yeah, we should go to one together sometime.
Oh yeah, totally. I can definitely get you to an ICP show or something like that.
I wouldn't mind trying out just to see what it's like.
Yeah, definitely. The only thing that sucks for me now is like standing in the same spot for multiple hours. It hurts my waist.
Oh yeah.
I think it's because I'm fat.
Nah. Yeah, I would love to see Our Last Night. So if there's ever a show in Palladium, we should definitely go see them.
All right, but we gotta kill ourselves because it's our last night.
All right, let's go hard.
Two true fans in the our two truest fans over there. Not like any of you cowards. Everybody else. That'd be great. All right, well, let's get on out of here. We'll see all y'all next time. Next time on You Know Where, the Brahman Podcast.
Brahman.
Brahman.
We'll catch you next time, guys.
Have a good night.